on here. We're just doing it the old way. Well,
We're just gonna raw dog it, you know?
yep. So
Maybe we'll be able to test it out again later.
yeah. So we just recorded 2 minutes of a podcast, and now we're back.
So, no longer a new hype thing for us. Everything's the same for you guys, but we are in Discord, so it's fine. It's fine.
That's pretty usual.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I was saying how the logo was designed by yours truly, and as you can see by my artistic skills, there's a reason why I did not do the actual background. So maybe one of these days I can get better with that. I am trying to do a little bit more.
Where is the logo?
Things like our digital art, I guess you would say. Currently, right now, actually, Dead by Daylight, they do a yearly fan design contest.
Yeah,
where they allow fans to, and I'm entering one this year. I'm gonna enter one.
Oh,
so I've currently been working on a killer skin for the Wraith, and it's a tribute to vintage Halloween aesthetics. So let's see if it can be done. I think it's pretty unique. It's just a matter if I can grab people's attention with it. So
yeah,
I'll try to not get my hopes up. But if we can, I'm going to campaign to the 3 people who watch this to go vote for me. But we will cross that path when it happens.
Hey, I'll vote for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm one of the 3 people that watch it just to get that watch time.
No, that's funny.
Right. So back into the swing of things. Do you have an item?
Yeah. So I was actually thinking about it, and I do. I have 4 items that are 1.
Oh,
if that makes sense.
I just have a singular item because I just have nothing.
Okay.
You know, I have a bonus one. It's sitting on my desk.
Oh, do you?
So we'll just use that.
All right.
As well.
If you want to go first, then.
Yeah. Are you going to show all 4 of them at once?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So first, people have already seen this. If they love the channel, they've seen this. It's this.
Oh shit!
It's
that is a
seen better days.
Right,
seen better days.
Ooh. Did that get fucked up when we were still together?
No. This is recent. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take all of these, rip all of these discs. I'm gonna throw them on my Plex server, and we're gonna experiment to see if we can do commentaries on movies via the Plex server, because even you can access the Plex server. Once I get that up and running. Yeah, it's pretty much
it's all about servers.
Yeah.
And
are you familiar with Plex?
Cyber. I feel like I've heard of it before. I can't say confidently that I 100% know it.
So Plex, it's essentially where we can create. So any physical media that you own, you can rip it, put it in your Plex server, and then you can watch it digitally.
Oh.
But thing is that I used to have it active on my computer, but it would overheat my CPU if I would be doing something else.
Oh, God.
So, what I'll probably do is I'll get a little Raspberry Pi and just have that be a constant Plex server. So,
ooh, that'd be cool.
Don't have to worry about that.
I have a I've been wanting to see. I need to find it again. I have this it's one of those mini CDs.
Yeah.
From way back when, and so me and all my brothers, we all have one of these little CD discs, and our names are written on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's on it. I've had this disc, my parents put photos or videos or something on it, but it's just this thing. It has my name on it, and I've been wanting to see what's on it.
Oh, you got to do that quick. The discs are starting to stop working.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting there.
It's, I don't even know where it went. I'm gonna have to. I told myself once we moved out, I would get more serious about doing that, so I would have more time and actually locate it. I know it's somewhere safe. I just don't know exactly where it's at. You know, but
yeah,
I'm gonna have to. That might be a good idea to even look through some of our other shit that we have in my parents' house.
Yeah,
and maybe try to get those.
Yeah, anything you got, any discs and stuff, I'd recommend starting to rip stuff, because a lot of those old DVDs, especially VHS tapes, they're all starting, VHS tape strips are losing their their magnetic pole, so you can't watch. VHS tapes are starting to go out, and then discs are starting to go out. So
Wow, I didn't even realize that. Doesn't feel like that was that long. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, I feel like, I mean, maybe the ones that I have would maybe have a little bit longer. Like maybe the ones that we're talking about now are the ones that were like the early ones,
yeah.
where like all of the stuff that I'm on. And I was born in 2001, so maybe I would have like, I don't know, another 5 years or something on them.
I
I don't
think
know how long CDs have been around or DVDs have been around,
there was
but
a batch of like Warner Brothers movies that made like in 2013 that they just like screwed up something real bad, and all those have gone out already.
really,
Yeah. I forgot, it may not be Warner Brothers. Don't sue me, Warner Brothers, if I just accused you of doing
so
something.
physical media is literally dying right now.
Yeah, because they started using cheap discs. There is a disc type, and I've seen this. I don't know if you're familiar with Corridor Digital, but they had a video where they have a DVD that is made to last, like it's designed to last 1,000 years, and so they
Holy
buried
crap.
it in the backyard of like their digital effects house. So if the world gets nuked and civilization has to restart, there's a DVD with really jank 3D models of them for them to pull. And they got like little clips that it's hilarious. I should send you the video.
Please do. That sounds funny as
Yeah.
hell.
Oh, it's hilarious. Love Corridor Digital.
Or digital. I feel like I've heard. I'm gonna do it.
You've probably heard. Are you familiar with Video Game High School?
Yes.
They did like the effects for that.
Oh, okay. Who was Juan or something like that?
Freddie
What was his
Wong.
name? Yep.
Yeah.
Because I keep seeing him. He's like a
Rocket
comedian
Jump.
now, isn't he? He like does like stand up.
Oh, does he? I don't.
I think so, because I feel like I remember like driving past Wild Horse Pass, like the casino that's out here,
Yeah.
and like his like stand up, like he was being advertised. I'm like, isn't he like a digital content creator? Like, didn't that how he started?
Oh, I didn't know it if he is. That's,
But I remember these guys because this was one of the first these were one of the these people were the ones who inspired Blade to try and start doing special effects and digital editing and stuff like that. I remember him talking about high school, like video game high school,
yeah.
when he was originally starting his YouTube journey as like a reason he wanted to try it.
You know, something crazy happened yesterday. One of Blade's videos popped up like on the algorithm for me.
Really?
And so I watched it. I'm like, man, I should make a video, like a fact video on this,
Dude,
and push it out.
I would help you with that.
Yeah, I would need some help.
That.
I would need some help with that.
I would totally help you with that. I
Yeah.
think that'd be super awesome.
If-
I think he would appreciate it.
If I could get some like behind the scenes stuff, because I'm doing it right now. I'm actually like, I wrote a script for the movie that I watched today, for because one of the just a quick story for our people who don't know. There's this movie called Teddy Made Me Do It, or Ted Me Told Me. I forget, don't even know what it's called, but an actor from it reached out and he says, "Hey, can you watch this movie? Give it a little bit of love. It's free to stream on Tubi. Go watch it, people."
Tubi. I hear a lot about Tubi.
Yeah.
My dad pushes Tubi on me a lot,
It's free.
honestly.
It's what Peacock used to be. Our stuff was almost on Tubi, but they hate our subtitles.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. They want me to pay $80 for someone in house to do their subtitles, which I might just do just to have something out on streaming.
That'd be sick.
But he reached out and I watched it and I'm like, oh my God, this is actually kind of fun. It's terrible, but there were like YouTubers that I've in like the horror community, in like the movie hunting community that I've seen throughout like the past 15 years on the platform. And I just thought it was so cool.
That is cool. I know the ones you said. I actually have their autograph on my.
Oh, yeah?
over here.
Oh, I love
had no
them.
idea. I had no idea who they were at the time. They were who. You go ahead and say who they were.
Oh, so like Grim Life Collective.
Yes.
And I've been watching them for years. Like,
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, their video. The first one I saw was when they go to the lagoon from Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, like the
Like where they shot
filmed?
it. Yeah, like the actual, like when, like the real lagoon shots, not like the backlot stuff, because a lot of it was done
Oh,
on the backlot, but there was some done on location as well.
where was that at? Like, where is that?
I think it was in the Florida Everglades. I can't remember exactly. I watched that probably in 2021, so it's been years
Dude,
since
I
I've
would
seen
love
it.
to go. I'd love to see that. I bet you they got a lot of really cool memorabilia over there, like tourist trap memorabilia.
Yeah. Oh, dude, let's do it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Take some free flights.
Jeez. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, I my hotel company does not extend out there, so I can't really do anything about
The
cheap
hotel lodging.
hotel prices. I do have some links. I do have some people in the industry that have a farther stretch than I do. So maybe Rinfield, we survive off of tourism discounts from other people.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to see the rates that we could get collectively.
Dude,
for both being in, like-
honestly, I think that would be fun to attempt.
Yeah.
Like, just be like, okay, we got, like, let's, like, just use the full power of what we have accumulated through our careers and see what we could pull off.
I've thought about that for like an episode of See It to Believe It.
Yeah.
Because like in theory, the most expensive thing to actually like purchase would be like the night at the location. Everything else
true.
between the two of us, we can chop down.
Depending on how long we were doing it, I could survive off of like, Uncrustables. I like Uncrustables and some Capri Sun packets. Like, like.
Oh, dude, you go to a Kroger and a Fry's. I mean, you can get, when they have the buy 2-pack, 12 packs of soda, get 3 free. Last you a good 2 days off of that. Am I recording?
Are you?
Yes. Okay. Thank God.
Oh my God. I was like, if you were not recording through all of that.
Had a heart attack right then.
That's funny. No, my dumbass. I always stop by the gas stations where they overprice everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's just because I'm always on the go. I'm an impulsive buyer. I guess you would say, not an impulsive buyer, but I'm a very in the moment kind of person.
Yeah.
I got to the point where because where I live currently, I live very close to a Walmart, and it got to the point where I was like, I would go to Walmart daily, and the reason why is because like I would just be like, oh, I want to make this for my food, like I'm gonna make this for dinner, and so I would just go over there, and then my girlfriend was like, you don't need to go to Walmart every day,
but it's so fun.
It's right there, and I feel like that's also another way to help cut waste, because like a lot of times, you're going to pre-plan and then maybe it doesn't end up that way. So if you just buy what you need, then you're going to use it, but I don't do it much anymore. I just like, I'll stop by a gas station, get an energy drink. My drink of the day is a Diet Coke. No, actually I got this Diet Coke from Jimmy John's. I didn't get it from a gas station. I prevented myself from going to a gas station today because I just wanted to get home. I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do nothing. So, but I just came back and I went straight to this, honestly. So
yeah,
no nap for me today, but that's okay. I probably don't need it.
Yeah, I think it's fun because today we don't really have a primary topic.
No, we had some discussions on different things.
Just things.
Oh wait, I didn't show you my thing yet.
Oh yeah, we still need to do that.
Yeah, hang on, I'll be right back. Let me grab it.
This is some entertaining noises while we watch Drake. He walks away. He looks away. And he looks back towards us. And he sits down. And he puts his headphones on.
Are you
and
narrating what I'm doing?
Yeah. We were doing 5 fun facts about Drake as he stands up. It's only about you standing up.
I love that. I'll have to look. I was gonna ask you to repeat it, but I'm like, let's not. I'll have you do it.
I don't know what I said.
I'll listen to it. All right. So I got this at a convention. I didn't get it. Actually, my girlfriend got it for me because I thought it was really cool. But what we got here is a lamp pack.
Oh, zombies.
The zombie perks. So how it's supposed to work is you have this, and then there's supposed to be a light under it.
Yeah.
And I did have it with the light under it for a little bit. it's separated, but unfortunately, battery acid exists to neglected batteries, and it ate my little
Ooh.
lights up. So I don't have those anymore, but I have these
Speed
little
cola.
guys. I got Speed Cola.
Oh,
I got
let's see. Oh, it's Quick Revive. Yeah, blue's Quick Revive. I think you got Juggernog, which is red. And is the last one, is it Stamina Up?
it is
Or what color? Just tell me the color and I'll guess. Oh, okay. Double tap.
Damn it, you're right. I fucked up there. I'm sorry. And then I got a Juggernog light over here as well. I think I may have shown it to you off camera.
I think
like
I was taking a picture, I think,
pod.
before.
But again, that was another thing that my girlfriend gave me at a convention. So at conventions, I get various light sources themed after Call of Duty Zombies. So
Who would have
next up is
thought?
going to be the ray gun. We're gonna get the ray gun, and it'll be great. So
Just the regular ray gun, just the Mark 1.
yeah, I think I like the classic. I think it's a classic design. It's very sci-fi, retro sci-fi. And
Yeah.
I've grown to appreciate a retro sci-fi vibe. I mean, the movies themselves. I mean, we've seen a few of them. I think the biggest one that I remember was Forbidden Planet, because
fun.
we saw it in theaters, and a lot of people were like, you should have just went to it, but I sacrificed a free, I don't know how, but they found me concert to go to that with you. Do you remember this?
I do. Yeah.
Because I was like, let's, if you want to go see this, like, we will. And you're like, I want to go see it. And I was like, all right. And to be fair, I've seen IDK How a good few times. I think I have like a total of 4 or 5 times under my belt. So totally fine. And you know how many times I've seen Forbidden Planet in theaters?
3. Oh.
1 time. 3 times.
Thought you went back.
I saw it 3 times. I was trying to make it like I was gonna say it was a unique, well worth it experience, is what I was getting at. But no, I saw it 3 more times, so it wasn't even unique. That's funny.
I remember, I remember us having some fun watching that.
Dude, it was fun. I one of the things I remember from it. I mean, it was fun, and then I remember kind of got a little SAE. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there was they were kind of there's a whole thing about like they're human astronauts. They go to the Forbidden Planet, and there was a girl who was an alien. Essentially, she was born and raised on this planet, and she didn't really know what romantic attraction was. And very bluntly, these astronauts were taking advantage of that and was like kissing her and feeling her up and stuff. And she was just kind of just standing there and like taking it. And I was like, what is this supposed to be? Like romantic, or what is this supposed to be like? I didn't get it,
Yeah.
It was like every guy, and it was like the main character would stop these guys from doing it. He's like, you stop that. But then he would I feel like I remember him doing it himself. Yeah. I'm like, what is
And Robbie didn't get any action.
Oh, the robot! I forgot about him. Dude, that's crazy. That's a crazy pull right there.
That was our favorite part of the movie at the time. It was Robbie.
You're right. I'm trying to think of what other sci-fi movies we saw. We saw The Day the Earth Stood Still, right? Did I watch that with you?
No, you watched the remake. I don't think we ever got around to watching the original.
I watched the original.
Yeah.
I know I did. I don't remember the remake. What I do remember of the remake was that they altered it a little bit, and the message did not get across.
Yeah.
I love the original The Day the Earth Stood Still. It has a great message to it and all this, and then the second one, the remake, they turn it into essentially like an action Keanu Reeves disaster movie, and they kind of started off, but then he ends up sacrificing himself to save the planet. And even though it was a whole it was like you guys are messing with the intentions of the first one.
Yeah.
But
man, back when when I like moved to Wisconsin in like 2008 or 2009, for some reason we got that movie, like the remake, and it came with the original black and white one just as a bonus feature.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was pretty dope. And I watched it and I'm like, this is terrifying because this is black and white. Let me turn it off. But I then watched it later on and it was, it's a sci-fi movie, that's for sure. Good sci-fi movie.
Yeah. I kind of noticed this. So I think I told you I was like messing around and I was writing like songs, like the whole like kind of like Ice Nine Kills does, but with like the classic horror movies and stuff. And something that I started noticing was how political a lot of these older horror movies are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it turned into like direct political messages of like, like Frankenstein is the whole, don't play with God thing. The Bride of Frankenstein was all about like, self freedom sort of thing. Like you can't tell me, like you just be, you're not like I'm my own person type of thing, or like, The Day the Earth Stood Still is very bluntly about how fucking psycho humans are essentially, and I was like, I was doing all this and I was like, dang, these guys horror was very political. Like they had a message that, it wasn't all just monsters. Like there was a whole thing about it, it was interesting. It was like I knew it, but I also didn't realize how aggressive,
I like monsters.
I do too.
See,
I do too.
And that brings me to my second item from how much I love monsters.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, is that a licensed Lego?
Yes, that is an official licensed Jaws Lego set that will never be opened.
I want to ask how much that cost you.
I think I got it for Christmas.
Oh, you did?
I do know how much it costs though, because you can find it at Target. $150.
Dang, actually,
that's about right for Lego.
The worst. That's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I was expecting, $250 or something like that.
Yeah, Legos are not cheap. Never have been, never will be.
I was listening to another podcast.
How dare you?
Hey, it was Smosh Reads Reddit is what it was. And they were talking about, it was a dad. He was talking about, it was Today I Fucked Up. And he bought a knockoff Lego set of a vintage RV.
Oh.
And as he's putting it together, he, realized that whenever he put it, they were doing the inside, and the inside was not your typical like RV. Like there was no bedroom, there was no toilet and stuff like that. But there was a bunch of crates. And there was like a kitchen, and I think you get where this is going. He bought a Breaking Bad RV set, and the thing with this dad is like he's like, I put the Legos together and then let my kids play with it after. So he bought a mobile meth lab for his kids to play with.
Did Shane read that one?
He did. He always reads.
That sounds like.
Dude, I was thinking about this. I would love to make a whole essay video of how Shane specifically helped keep Smosh afloat, especially during Anthony's departure. And even still now, honestly, I think Shane has he's like the long lost third like main man, like obviously he didn't start it, but
he's what got me coming back.
Exactly, same. And I think one of the big things that Smosh has going for them right now is their podcasts. They have two podcasts going, Smosh Reads Reddit and then Smosh Mouth. He is the host for both of them. He does co-host on Smosh Mouth, but he's on both of them. And he's so good at it that for a moment, Smosh Reads Reddit was in the top 10 most listened to podcasts of all time. And I mean, it's still in the top 20 or top 50 at the very least still, which with the amount of podcasts that exist right now is impressive.
Oh, everybody podcasts.
Exactly. And people need to give that man his flowers, because that channel would have would not have survived without him. And I mean, I'm not saying anything about the cast members or whatnot. Like they're cool. Like I don't mind them, and they're chill and whatnot. But I mean, if it wasn't for Shane, it wouldn't. I mean, it would not work at all. Honestly,
Smosh is one of the best gaming series, and that is the way they play Mario Party.
Oh, I've never seen those.
Oh, you want to get the worst score. You want to do bad. Like,
is that how they play it?
That's how they play it. Honestly, I have sat there for like hours just watching that. I'm like, oh God, how much of this did I just watch?
Dude. Did you know he was from Arizona?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I sit there sometimes. I'm like, dang, I wonder if Shane's ever been to the resort.
He doesn't have to be going to the resort.
No, that's what I'm saying is like the resort that I work at. I'm like, because this place has been standing since like the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, homie's probably walked these halls at one point, or like, has homie ever walked into Zia before? These are the things that I think about.
Oh, he's definitely. Everyone's been to Zia.
I know. I'm like, he's like, I'm mad. He's like, he does like a meet and greet. I'm like, have you ever been to Zia Records? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, thank you.
That's all.
I just walk away. That's all I needed to know. It's so stupid.
Oh, I don't know why that reminded me, but I know Sai's probably not listening to this, but shout out Sai. Anyways, Sai, I think your guitar gets shipped out in the next 2 days.
Oh shit!
And if Drake hasn't given it to you, then that's between you and Drake.
I haven't received anything yet.
Oh, I know. I'm talking. This is. I don't know when this is. This may not be uploaded for another 30 days.
Oh my God! Valid. Is this 2 days of it being uploaded or 2 days of this being recorded?
2 days of this being recorded. I plan to have it in possession of the service by Wednesday, like end of day Wednesday.
Okay, so we will get it to him by his birthday. Then.
That's the primary goal. I think the 12th is what is the estimated.
Okay, all right. I think we can make this. I don't know if he'll get it on his birthday. It depends when I will see him. Well, my mom will be in state towards the end of the month, so maybe we'll get together then. But I will keep you updated on that.
Oh, you got to record it. You record him opening.
It will be recorded. It will be recorded and appreciated, and I might piggyback off of it a little bit. I'll be like, I didn't purchase this or do anything with it, but I am hand delivering it, and this is more than what you did for me for my birthday. So there you go.
That's okay.
It'd be like that, and I don't need much for my birthday anyways. I'm not a big party guy, like people, like I'm switching up my job soon, and someone was talking about, they're like, we can throw you like a party, and you can like invite who you want. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I just kind of want like a small group and do some Jackbox, maybe a little buzz balls. About it.
Yeah.
I don't need nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I don't need a club. I've done the club. I went to a few clubs on Mill. It's not my vibe. I'm sorry.
God, I've worked Mill on at 3 a.m. and it is
crazy. Stories that I will not disclose on a podcast.
I feel like you're gonna get jacked and drugged at the same time.
Closer than you might think. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch the subject.
I know we've bounced a few ideas off for what we could talk about.
Yeah,
do you want to?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, we're about to ask the same question. What were you about to ask?
I was going to ask if you ended up making the tier list.
Oh no,
no.
I wrote a list of I started writing a list of monsters, and then I was going to ask you if we were going to count one, and then I just stopped, and then I never asked you.
No.
I was at work.
I was thinking about it because we organically started talking about monsters.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, if we could, that would be sick. But
that'd be a great segue.
Totally valid. So do we want to go with the one that we kind of were talking about
today? Yeah, of course. I think kind of to segue in, I think The topic, I guess we could say it is kind of moving on from old Hollywood and switching it up with new Hollywood with new people.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think one of the ways I was thinking about this, and I think the way you're describing it is a very good way. And my question would be people's take on casting existing characters.
Yeah.
And I put it in that way because I did mention Tom Holland and Nathan Drake. And obviously that's not like an old Hollywood thing. But okay. So let's rewind a little bit. So earlier Ben messaged me and he asked me about my opinion on Jonathan Bailey playing Indiana Jones. And I do want to ask you what made you think of that? Let's go ahead. What made you think of this for starters?
So the other day I see something that says Disney's ready to move on and restart Indiana Jones. And then I saw a tier list today of just people who could play Indiana Jones. And
he was on that list.
He was number one on that list, and I'm like, I've never even thought about Jonathan Bailey playing Henry Jones Jr. So, and I honestly think that Jonathan Bailey can pull it off because I could picture him playing the character.
Wait, who'd you say he would play?
He'd play Indiana. His name's Henry Jones Jr.
Is it?
Yeah, his name's not Indiana.
I didn't. Oh my.
I didn't put it in my facts video, so you wouldn't know.
I feel really stupid right now. Wow, that's insane that I didn't pick up on that. Although to be fair, I never actually sat through and like actively watched Indiana Jones.
I don't think that happens until the third one, The Last Crusade. So
when they talk about that,
yeah, because River Phoenix plays young Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, and then Sean Connery says, Junior or Henry Jones. The whole plot is him being called Henry Jones Jr. It feels like,
bro. They're like, what should we do? It's like, get this. His name's not Indiana Jones. Like, what?
I'll make a fact video, just one fact about Indiana Jones for Drake. That's
bro. No, but anyway, back to the topic of conversation. So He asked me about Jonathan Bailey, and I was like, I don't know if we as a society, as big as that sounds, would be ready to accept someone else playing that part. And because Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones, through and through. And I mean, you can recast popular characters and it be successful. I mean, we did it with Spider-Man 3 times within a decade's time frame, and they all were successful in doing it. But like Indiana Jones is a little different, and it's like, and this is how I explained it to Ben, was like, at this point in time, if they were to redo the Indy movies and they had Jonathan Bailey play Indiana Jones, to me, it would be like watching Jonathan Bailey play Indiana Jones and not sync Indiana Jones. And that was like one of my big things about like, the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake. I was like, that was Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake. That was not Nathan Drake,
Yeah.
And, I mean, I could go in I never actually I never actively watched the Uncharted movie, but I could go in a whole spiel about that in just like video game movies and how they should properly be done. But point being, I'm like, I don't think we would be ready to do that. I don't think people would accept that until
it actually has happened before.
Really?
There was a whole TV show called Young Indiana Jones, or The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones, where the first half of the series was him as like a young kid, and then the second half of the series would have been him at like around maybe just a couple years before the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark. And he was played by a different person. Harrison Ford actually did appear in the show at one point as like a
Really?
a older indie cameo. But so it has
So,
happened before.
but my question would be, did it work? Did the audience accept it? That's my big thing. Because obviously you can do it, but it's a matter of if it can be
Uh,
accepted.
it was
That's the big thing.
it was actually pretty well received. It had a 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 84% on Just Watch, and a 78 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'd say that was, I mean, I guess that doesn't represent the reception itself, but people like the show.
Okay. That's valid.
Uh,
I don't know. It's like, I'm trying to think of other examples that I could think of. I feel like, honestly, thinking about it, I feel like we need to take superheroes out of the conversation because superheroes get rehashed all the
Yeah.
time. I think there are certain superheroes that it's like maybe you can't necessarily do it. Like I know they have yet to touch Wolverine with anyone other than Hugh Jackman. Everyone was always thinking that they would end up doing it. They haven't done it yet. He's maybe one of the rare few that would have that issue.
yeah.
But I know like we will see that a lot in the future when maybe they decide to try and do something with like Iron Man again.
Yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. But
I don't know. There is that.
when would people be ready to see a new Iron Man?
Yeah. There is a Disney TV show for children for Iron Man. You know who did the theme song for it?
Who?
Mark Hoppus.
I think I remember you telling me about this.
You might have. I don't know if I said anything. I might have, but you also might have seen it.
I just remember thinking, because I remember thinking that you told me that, and I was like, what is it with these pop punk guys making these things? Because Patrick Stump of Fall Out Boy did
Oh, my arch
main
enemy.
theme for like a Spider-Man's kids show, like
Yeah.
the Amazing, like Spider-Man and Friends or something like that.
And then you got Bowling for Soup with Phineas and Ferb.
They were the OGs.
Yeah.
Actually, if you really think about it, I think it was Simple Plan doing What's New
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
They were the OGs. I mean, but they were doing it back when they were popular.
Yeah.
Not to say that like Blink-182 and Fall Out Boy and Bowling for Soup aren't popular now, but like 2002 was prime pop punk.
Yeah. The era.
So exactly.
And that was like the prime Simple Plan era, because they were a little bit later than like Blink, and not before. I mean, they were before some other people. They were in the Jerry Finn era, but in the middle of it.
Here, let me look and see when their first album was released.
I started looking up Sum 41.
Like, dude, I get a lot of those guys. I think I get like All Time Low, Sum 41, and Simple Plan mixed up all the time, and I don't,
because Simple Plan's the same era as Sum 41, like Big Break.
Are they Canadian too?
Yes, yeah, they are Canadian, because the lead singer of Sum 41 was married to Avril Lavigne at one point.
Yeah, I knew Sum 41 was Canadian. I didn't know Simple Plan was Canadian.
I thought you were asking Sum 41.
No.
Yeah, Simple Plan is Canadian.
Okay.
I mean,
so these Canadian pop punk bands.
I mean, look at the lead singer of Sum 41's name, Pierre Bouvier.
Oh, is he from Montreal?
I assume so. I probably just butchered his name. I just know his name's Pierre.
But Simple Plan's first album came out in 2002.
Yeah. So yeah, right at their first album was huge.
I think that's probably the only one that most people really know.
I couldn't tell you.
Honestly.
Actually, I know. I don't know what they're called.
I didn't know it off the top of my head, but I've definitely seen the album cover before.
I have I've purchased songs off of that Simple Plan that first album. So
purchased it? What are you doing not streaming?
Notepads. Oh wait, yeah, because that album has My Alien Grow Up is a great song. There was a Disney skating game where that was like the theme song of it. Oh, I'm just a kid.
Life
Yeah.
is a nightmare. Oh, this got copyrighted. My bad.
No, no, no. We can't be copyrighted for it. You can't be copyrighted for a cover.
Oh, you're right.
You'd have to just
There we go.
purchase a cover license for it. But we didn't cover the whole song, so
Yeah.
that's why you can get away with using copyrighted music on TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Oh, the more you know. Let's bring it back to the conversation at hand.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you.
Yes.
I want your most controversial thought on a recast that you think would work. So it's not one that exists, but you're like, I could see this person playing this person, and people would probably look at you sideways for saying that.
On any movie?
Any movie, any famous character, whatever. I have one.
Oh, go with yours. Yeah.
I listen, I've thought about this, and I think you have to really think about. I think you really have to like take it in. All right. So my thought is a Lost Boys remake. All right, and we're going more for a modern take on it. So it's not necessarily based in the 80s. It's more based in modern time.
Yeah.
David, Jake Paul.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. We've. I remember us discussing this before, and I actually, maybe not modern Jake Paul, but you tell me like Jake Paul, 8 or 9 years ago, like prime Jake Paul. Yeah, absolutely.
I think thinking Jake Paul, like beginning of 2010s.
Yeah,
because that's what I started thinking when I thought this was like right when he started getting the tattoos, and he was kind of like he had the beard, and he had like a little bit of a kind of like
like okay boxer, like before his loss.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And I think with the like you could really make him into a modern version. I mean, you could, I'm trying to really think about it. Like the tattoos I think works with David, like what would be a modern David. You could keep like the dangling earring and like you could, just like the added jewelry and stuff. Like I think it would work. And he has the blonde hair, and it would fit so well. And I'm sure, like, I mean, to be fair, the only thing I really seen him act in was Disney, and Disney acting is, but I think he could probably do it. I think he could probably definitely have the skill set to actually act in that manner,
Yeah.
And I think that would probably be my biggest controversial take because, Jake Paul obviously is a huge controversial figure, and you don't want him touching anything near close to what Kiefer Sutherland did. And I mean, to be fair, I don't think Kiefer Sutherland could necessarily be replaced in that role, but you can't just put anyone in that role. That's the other big thing. You can't just put some rando in there. It has to be someone. And I think Jake Paul could do it. I really do. But
oh man,
with the way Patrick Wilson is taking the Lost Boys, I don't think he could do it, because if they're doing it musical style, Jake Paul cannot sing.
Oh,
sorry.
Patrick, they're doing. I knew they were doing a musical. Patrick Wilson's directing the musical.
Patrick Wilson is connected to it.
Oh gosh,
which is the only. I know. When I heard that
big in that.
Lost Boys, when I heard Lost Boys was being turned into a musical, I was a little upset. I was like, "Come on, don't be turning David into West Side Story."
They're taking everything to stage nowadays. Like Back to the Future has a stage show. Jaws even has a stage show now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Actually, the Jaws stage show, the guy who played Quint, it's actually about the making of Jaws, but it's his actual son. Ian Shaw plays Robert Shaw.
Really?
Yeah. And there's a fun little picture of it.
I think maybe that's one thing that gives me hope, especially for like the Lost Boys one, is I like Patrick Wilson. I think he does great work. And I know that he's not just doing it just because, like he's been in horror. He's been in that realm, and he has done singing. I mean, he has in my eyes, notoriously been in the Phantom of the Opera remake. That has been scarred in my brain. I feel like I talked about that in one of our very, very early movie reviews. Didn't even realize he was in it, but point being, like, Patrick Wilson's been in this game for a while, and so if they ended up making it into a film, I would give it a shot, but I mean, I don't think I would go see it, in person. I'm not going to New York to go see it. Maybe if they toured it, maybe same cast, maybe Patrick Wilson's on stage. I'd
get you in the door if it was local.
Oh, 100%, absolutely. But I mean, we've had some tours come through here. We had the Beetlejuice play Broadway come through. I think it was the original cast too, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't see it. It was like $400 a ticket.
Oh god.
But it was, it's like $400 for those shows. But I mean, to see Daddy Patty, I think I might do it.
I see that's such a hard thing for me. There is some character that I thought would be great to be played by Jacob Elordi. I just don't know what it was. Because I'm typically a bigger fan of unknowns getting casted.
This dude's got a jawline, dude. Oh my gosh.
And I don't really like Jacob Elordi because of the movies that he picks.
What has he been in?
He's been in The Kissing Booth. He was in Euphoria, Priscilla.
Oh, he's gonna be in Frankenstein.
Oh yeah. I think he plays either the monster or the doctor. I don't know which one it is. And he's in Guillermo del Toro's. I wonder what's happening with James Wan's Frankenstein.
James Wan's doing Frankenstein?
Yeah, that's the actual Frankenstein that we had heard of, because that was the one that was on Letterboxd all those years ago.
Listen, I'm telling you,
it's modern.
I don't have any ill will towards Guillermo del Toro. I understand that he's a very highly respected director and all that stuff. However, I would 100% trust James Wan more. And we've had this conversation. I haven't seen it, but I know what it's like. What he did with The Shape of Water and My Boy Gilman, it rubs me wrong, because The Creature from the Black Lagoon is supposed to be a horror movie, not a movie about having sex with a fish. It's a horror movie. What?
You know who's in control of the new Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And that's why I brought this up, because James Wan is doing Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I think he's doing it genuine horror. And I love that. And so the fact that they're again going head to head with a Frankenstein remake on both sides, I think I would trust James Wan more.
Yeah.
He, and I'm looking at Guillermo del Toro's his credits, and controversial take, maybe, his catalog's kind of mid. I mean,
yeah.
I'm being honest with you. He has Hellboy, like his top ones is like Hellboy, Pacific Rim, The Shape of Water, I think a Labyrinth remake.
Oh, Nightmare Alley.
He did.
Oh, he did Pan's Labyrinth, yeah. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
It's kind of mid,
Oh my gosh.
James Wan, however, not only does James Wan have a top tier like catalog, but I mean, he is the horror man of our time.
Yeah.
I mean,
him and Lee Winnell.
Wait, who? Lee Winnell?
Lee Winnell. They co-wrote Saw.
Oh, okay,
and he's in Saw. Lee Winnell's in Saw.
Let me look him up.
He plays not Cary Elves, but the other guy. Saw 2000.
In the original one?
Yeah, in the original.
Really?
Yep.
And
Lee Winnell also directed the 2020 Invisible Man, and then he also did the newest Wolfman movie.
I need to see the new Wolfman movie. I
I haven't
don't
seen it
know.
either.
I haven't seen it. Listen. It got it did not. I don't think it did that well. I feel like I remember us decently liking the Invisible Man movie.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember hearing a lot about it, and it had a lot of controversial takes on it. But I didn't think it was that bad, and I thought it was a really good way of modernizing it. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think it was a really good style, and I do have my own sort of thoughts on like I never was really big fan of these horror movies taking like modern technology and turning it into like a horror thing. Like
Mhm.
I could give you a whole list of things that make me want to put my head through a wall when it comes to Megan. I haven't seen Megan 2.0. I really don't want to. I think Alexia does want to see it, so I will probably gonna go see it at some point, even in streaming. But I'm not a fan of the whole like AI robot sort of like horror take on stuff. I just it doesn't do it right for me. But what I'm getting at is that I liked the Invisible Man's take on the new technology sort of
Yeah.
thing because I don't know if you've seen it, but technology is very relevant in how that movie works. So,
Well, good news about the upcoming Creature from the Black Lagoon. As of right now, they are using the original logo. As you can see it in the background. Actually, that actually is not the original logo, but it's close enough.
No, it's not. Like the original logo has color to it, right?
I think, well, the one I see that they have it listed for is red. I'm not sure if it is red. Black. Wonder if it's going to be... No, it's just white.
Okay.
Or is that the same? Creature... No. You're the one that you have on the wall. They just made it straight.
I see. No, and I think there's a lot of really cool ways and I know like Creature, the whole shebang is like he's into this girl and he kidnaps her and this and that. I think there's a lot of really cool things you could do with it, and you could also even make it you can make it even a little political if you wanted. I think a really cool way of maybe even taking it would be like this idea of these scientists are coming in and they're doing their experiments and stuff, and it's essentially like you could think of it as like a reverse home invasion movie, kind of like what's it called, the Don't Breathe sort of thing, where it's like they're coming in to Gilman's home, fucking it up, and he's like, this is my home, bro, like what are you doing, and he's defending himself, but it's like a horror movie because he's like he's the creature. But I think that'd be personally, that'd be my take. That's how I would do it. I would get rid of the whole like he wants the girl type of thing,
Yeah.
and it would just be full on, just like almost like Frankenstein's strength of like ripping people apart. Like, come on.
It's the aftermath of Chernobyl.
Exactly. That beginning scene where he takes out the two natives.
Yeah.
The two, I think it's supposed to be in the Amazon, so probably the two Brazilian guys. Dude, I'd make that one of the bloodiest scenes you've ever seen. Terrifier wouldn't even know how to respond. Like,
and then they'll give us Creature versus Bruce in 3D, the battle of the 3D.
So that's what happens. Is you and me, we go our separate ways, right?
Yeah.
And you start doing your Jaws remakes. I'll do my Creature remakes, and then we'll get to our third movie on both sides, and then we do the classic in 3D.
I have a video planned out for this. It's gonna be like a 30-minute video, but I have come up. The only Jaws movie that needs to be remade is Jaws 3.
Really?
That is the only one that has a bad enough movie but a good enough plot to be touched. Jaws, the first one, perfect. Jaws 2.
So are we? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Jaws 2. Good movie. Good sequel. Jaws 3, terribly made movie, great plot.
So are we talking like full reset, new cast, like completely reshot.
We're getting rid of the Brodies. They don't need to be here for the third shark attack. We don't need them running into it. I think the concept of it being at SeaWorld, of course, SeaWorld probably wouldn't be around whenever the sequel would be made. Or if it is gone, perfect opportunity to use the IP. Be the
Hey,
ding, 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 put the nail in the coffin. But, I mean, there was just so much. Jaws 3 could have been the greatest movie ever if they had just stuck with the original CG and practical effects that were cut.
dude, I briefly mentioned it when we were talking about it over text and whatnot. But
Yeah.
it's like, I never felt this way. Like, I remember you and me, we would talk about special effects when we started first getting into movies, and you were talking about how much it ruined the movies and stuff like that. I was like, I mean, it's special effects, but I'm like, looking at it now, like with kind of more of a mature
New set of eyes.
I'm like, I get it. And I'm like, one of the biggest things that will date a movie is special effects.
Mhm.
And I get it because, and I think my biggest example of this was like the early 2000s when there was a new renaissance of, computer CGI sort of, graphics and whatnot. And, I guess you don't realize how dated those movies are until you go back and you're like, oh, wow. And it's so bad in some of them that it is essentially unwatchable.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the one that is literally giving me Vietnam flashbacks in my mind when I talk about it is the
Return to the House on Haunted Hill.
Yes. Thank you.
I think
the fact that you knew that is insane.
I think that was the movie. Not only like we had been up for hours at that point when we watched that. I think there was a noticeable change. I think that is the night when it clicked for you. That
yes.
That like no, this makes sense.
Dude, it's so funny. And it's like, it's like you guys didn't have to do all this extra shit.
Yeah.
Like you don't have, why are you using fake digital blood when you freaking cornstarch and red dye is probably cheaper and is better looking? Like, what are you guys doing? And it's ridiculous. And I mentioned this to Ben too. I was like, I wonder if at some point, like the MCU special effects, if these are going to start getting dated. And it's like, and what I wonder with it is like, I feel like we've hit like a peak with like special effects, but obviously that's not the case. People probably thought that when the Star Wars prequels came out, they're like the whole effects that they did on that. They're like, how could this get any better? Well, newsflash, it didn't even take 10 years for it to get any better. And so I'm wondering if at some point we're going to look back at Endgame and we'll be like, oh my God, we thought this looked good, and it's interesting because if that ends up happening, a lot of these movies are going to be fucked.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because, I mean, you hear actors talk about filming now. It's everything is done just green screen everything. I mean, they're not even wearing they're not even wearing a costume anymore. Everything they do is digitally put on them. And so if something happens where we advance so much in special effects that these movies start becoming dated, these movies will just be they'll be done. It'll be so fucked.
You know what mad respectable thing Barbie did?
What?
Barbie was shot on a lot of blue screens, but you know what they replaced the blue screens with? Practical sets. So they would use different like layers of practical sets and just layer them on top. So like everything in Barbie, like there was like obviously there was CG in Barbie, but most of it was just rotoscoping practical sets onto other practical sets or practical sets onto blue screens. So Barbie may be a terrible movie, but they did it the right way.
There you go. Yeah, it's God, dude. I don't know. It'll be an interesting thing to see.
I think a lot of this my thoughts on this have really popped up recently because I've been finding a lot of lost footage from Jaws 3 just where they were using, like, I know you've seen it on my TikTok, like where I found like the first completely CGI rendered shot in movie history that was cut because the resolution was too low. Jaws 3D had that going for it. And then they shot pretty much every 3D scene that is considered the worst. They shot an alternate version that was done practically, but there was studio politics involved. So we never got practical Jaws 3D. And it's probably all lost.
That's rough.
Yeah, we could have the greatest movie.
Hey, all you need to do, what is it that you said? They do like certain kind of like script that can be written. It's like a remake sort of.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? You told me about this. There was a specific type of script that it was. You said one of the Snow White movies was this type of script that was made.
Oh, I can't remember.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is you just got to make one of those and you just like throw it in an executive's face.
I'll write a treatment for a treatment script for a remake of Jaws 3.
Treatment script?
Yeah, it's pretty much when you just write a basic script and plop it on a desk. That's actually what James Wan did. He wrote a treatment script for the Creature from the Black Lagoon remake, and then he's got 2 people actually writing the script.
Oh.
So he's not actually he wrote the outline of the movie, but other people are writing it, which is okay. It's very common. It's been happening for decades.
Imagine he'll probably direct it.
Yeah, he'll direct it.
Oh.
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was done. So you're good.
I was gonna say I thought about this recently because I thought about like the idea that I've had some movie ideas circling around in my head, and how much I want them to be made.
Yeah,
and I started thinking about it. I was like, why is the writer of these movies not as famous as the director? Why is the director given so much credit versus the writer of the movie? And I do understand that like a lot of movies probably have more than one writer to it. However, like there are some movies out there where the concept did come from someone, like a singular mind, you know? But you always hear of like imagine if you were the... I'm looking this up because if I say something stupid, it's going to be on the internet forever.
Don't worry, nobody's going to listen to this except for you, me, and this will be the one Sai listens to because we mentioned his name, but we're not going to tell him that. I will guess I'll entertain while Drake's looking that up. So if you guys like stuff, then go subscribe to the Stuff YouTube channel. Don't know who runs it, but...
Okay. I got it now. Because I was going to say this, and if it ended up being Steven Spielberg, I would have run my head through a wall. So, essentially what I'm trying to get at is, and the fact that I had to Google this is an example of what I'm trying to get at. Melissa Matheson, I believe is her name, was the writer for E.T. She wrote the movie E.T., right? Why is she not as popular as Steven Spielberg? Why is Spielberg given all the credit for E.T. versus Melissa? You know what I mean? And I do understand that like directors do have a lot of control and are a big key in how like a movie is made. However, as far as like story goes and stuff, why is the writer just thrown to the side like that? Like I imagine like if I wrote like one of these movies, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to direct it, and then I do it, and like let's say James Wan gets a hold of it and he's the director, and then it becomes like James Wan's insert Drake's movie title, and James Wan gets praised for making this like spectacular movie, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, but that was me. Yeah. That was me, man. What's going on? I'm ranting about something that will never be an issue in my life, but
the thing with E.T., it's that, and I actually went over this in my fact video.
Oh God.
Steven Spielberg's treatment for E.T. was actually like a horror invasion movie.
Really?
Yeah. It's called Night Skies. So And Steven Spielberg did not make that movie, as we can see. I guess you could kind of say that Close Encounters of the Third Kind became that movie, but I definitely agree with you, though, that writers should be getting more credit. I think we need to have an Oscar for Best Writer, but at the same time, if
They
you
not
just
have one?
they probably do. Honestly, they probably do. Let's look it up. I guess if they don't, the reason I guess why they wouldn't have it would be because some movies will have 20 writers on it. Because
They do have a best original screenplay.
Of course.
But I imagine, who knows, it would probably go to like the director, maybe. I don't know who would get it. I mean, maybe it would be the writer, but I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't know. If I was a writer for a movie, I would call me selfish, but I feel like I would want my name to be the one on there, not necessarily the director. Or like we could go side by side, you know? Also, and God forbid, if I write something that I think is gold and the director changes the writing of it, I would crash out. Yeah. I would be like, you are going to ruin my reputation before it even started. Like,
Tarantino will be like, you get paid to read what I wrote, not change it.
Exactly.
So Tarantino hates it if people changes his dialogue.
I mean, he probably writes and directs, which is probably the way to do it. Yeah. That's honestly the way to do it. If you were to be a writer, writer, direct your own
language,
stuff, or someone's going to take credit. Someone's going to take your credit. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never directed anything. That's why I would imagine that if I did write something, someone else would end up directing it. But I don't know why I went on this tangent or what got me on this tangent, but I've thought of this for a little bit. I was like, this motherfucker, someone's going to come by and they're going to take credit for my genius because I'm a genius. I am a tortured artist that is just too lazy to put his thoughts onto paper.
I tried that once when I tried to make a Jaws sequel. God,
yeah.
that movie now would just be a terrible shark movie. I think it's fun.
Did I tell you my ideas for movies?
I don't know if you went too in depth into it, but I think you gave me a few examples.
Okay, maybe I'll do it once we're done. I'll go over it once we go done with the podcast. Not that I think anyone's stealing my ideas, but again, it'd be a matter of like I say it off on a whim, and then all of a sudden I start seeing like a year or two later. I start seeing commercials for this movie, and I'm just like,
well, that'll be the thing we manifest that we never intended to.
Dude,
after this past week, guys, it's the last podcast episode. We manifested way too many things on the last podcast episode.
Oh my God. What? Okay. So there's one that we don't need to disclose. You and me went over it together, which is totally fine. What was the other one that happened?
Oh, it happened like there were 3 things I think that happened.
Was there 3 things?
Oh man,
I remember there was the one thing we talked about.
Let's check text history.
There was a show or a movie that was coming out.
Yeah, there's something we talked about last episode, and then
13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts, yes.
It's 13 Ghosts. There's a 13 Ghosts series coming out after we talked about it. And then I saw it was announced.
I think there's something else. I don't know what it was, but I think there was a third thing that we accidentally manifested.
I feel like there was too. I can't remember. It wasn't the Creature movie, was it?
No.
I don't think it was.
Not that. I don't think it's going to be something that we are going to remember. Because it would literally, I'd probably have to go look at a text thread to even see. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of words I would have to read right now, and we just don't have enough podcast time for that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how much longer we even have.
I think this might be a good point to wind it down.
Too. We just yapped about a lot of random stuff today, so
I'll take it. We got over an hour, which is important. We would have had more if we didn't have issues on the other platform that we tried to record on, but that is for here nor there.
Yeah, it'd be like this sometimes.
But if you guys enjoyed the podcast, why don't you leave a like and follow us? If you're not a podcast person, then why are you here this long? But adios.
See ya.
Bye-bye.